strategy. It's about bagging points because he's given himself such a buffer. This is a massive opportunity for Elfyn Evans now.
Takakatsu is trying to build back some confidence. Reminder that Taka is just behind Oitanak by 1.1 seconds, but he's quicker than Oit by 2.6 at the 10k marker. So we could definitely see a change of position here. Calais had a pretty epic morning out there. He's got a lead of 15.8 seconds over Seb.
There's full confidence inside that car. Do you hear the way he picked up the throttle there? Just flat and didn't think twice about it. Calais just carried really good speed off that right-hander, didn't he? Saw the four-wheel drift, the whole car just sliding out to the edge of the road.
Giving him the fastest time on the board by 2 seconds over Ogier.
3 out of 3 stage wins for Calais Rovanpera puts him 17.8 seconds clear at the top of the leaderboard. Toyota teammates Sébastien Ogier and Elfyn Evans second and third. Adrien Fourmeau, the leading Hyundai driver, in fourth. Tanak and Neville are down in 7th and 8th. Grégoire Munster is leading the charge for M Sport Ford in 9th. Another driver unhappy with his setup this morning, but more crucial kilometres under the belt for the man from Luxembourg.
Hola. Una helado, por favor.
¿En dónde?
Un poco. When we are here in the city close to the hotel, we are really focused. Muchas gracias.
Gracias.
But sometimes when you go on Ricky and you see incredible scenery while being on top of the mountain, that's where you realize the most. You stop sometimes on the road section to make a picture or something and you're like, what are we lucky to be traveling around the world like this? You need to have some pleasure in life as well. So if you've done well, for example, keeping strict to your diet for 4 or 5 days, then you can have one guilty pleasure. Sometimes you also need to relax a bit just to get out of that focus and stress zone. So it's good, but also to share this moment with your entourage, because sometimes you're traveling all around the globe, but not especially with your closest friends or family, and so having a good relationship with your co-driver or team members and so on, it makes it really special to enjoy that journey. I mean, we are only like 8 to 10 people to do that, traveling around the globe with only one car and trying to be the fastest.
Well, how would you describe your season so far?
I think better than last year in a way that we showed promising pace. We did some fastest stage time. We had really good pace, but the result wasn't always there in Monty and in Sweden. But for example, in Kenya, we didn't give up while it was quite tricky. So we brought home a 5th place, which is finally a good start to the season. So now we can tackle all the other events. I like to drive on tarmac. Surely on one like this, it's all about pace note, making sure that you have the commitment required, and then it's also a perfect opportunity to push the car to its limits, because you drive super stiff. You want a front end that's super reactive, and just drive till the grip cannot handle it anymore.
Calais Rovanpera is the big draw in the service park at the end of the first morning at Rally Islas Canares. He tops the leaderboard with his teammates Sébastien Ogier and Elfyn Evans, making it a Toyota 1-2-3. A less impressive morning for Hyundai. Adrien Fourmeau, their leading driver, in 4th, but his experienced teammates Oitanak and Thierry Neville are in 7th and 8th, struggling with their setup.
it's a bit of a cold shower for everybody. We were expecting a better result, but yeah, we are not in the right window for the tires, so we are struggling. We've been struggling a lot this morning. You know, we just have to find a way to put the car in the setup in the right window for the tires. That's motorsport. It's it's a condition that we haven't seen for quite a long time in rally. It's hot. It's a lot of corners, and we saw that the others did a better job than us, so we have to catch up and put our car in the right use window. We've been trying different things on the street cars, so we can see some difference, which I hope will help us to end up in the right direction later in the rally.
Thierry Neuville will be hoping for improvements as he heads to the afternoon stages. These cars might bear similarities to everyday road models, but of course high-performance WRC machines are very different.
Hi, my name is Ruiz Suarez. I'm engineer for Elfin, and today I'm going to show you the difference between our recce car and our rally car. So behind us we have the two cars that our crews use during a week of rallying. This one is what we call a recce car, which is a car which is based on a standard production model that you can buy in every dealership, with some modifications that we'll see soon that they use to do the two passes on recce. And then the other one is our Rally 1 Beast. So basically the most obvious difference is the tires and the brakes and some other things we'll see. Obviously the brakes are already quite big on a road car, but what you can see as the main difference is the thickness in between both. So the rally brake is a lot wider than what you have on a road car to accommodate more temperature changes. Then inside, obviously we have removed some of the commodities that you get on a road car, like the seats. There is installed a smaller type roll cage than what you would see on the normal rally car, but there is also the racing seats. You've got your steering wheel, you've got your trip, so that the driver can tell to the co-driver the distances in between nodes. But on the other end, it has got a standard gearbox from the road car, a standard engine. Then we can move on to the other one just to show you a little bit the difference of the cockpit. We don't have a dashboard on this car, or as such as that one. We remove all the radio system, air conditioning. Obviously, all that is not really needed on rallying. And then all the controls that on a road car you have on your dashboard, your steering and so on, everything here is on the steering, so that the driver can keep his hands on the steering even when he has got to adapt all the functions during the stage. A rally car, contrary to, for example, circuit cars, it has to be street legal because we drive in public roads in between stages. So it has to obey to all the rules like the lights, your blinkers, your high beams, low beams, all that is the same as on the road car. That is the engine which I cannot show you. The main thing is that both of them have got 1.6-liter turbo engines from Toyota, which already guarantees a lot of performance and power. Both of them are really fun within their own environment, of course. And that's pretty much all you need to know about the engine side.
Gregoire Munster taking a close look at the Toyota Yaris of Takamoto Katsuta as they wait for stage 4. There's always something to learn from the opposition.
Sometimes you see that the cars are like so close from each other on sometimes like 20k of stage, but they've all been designed by some other brains and so on. So it's cool to see the difference and still being so close together. When you see from Taka, like all these gear lever and handbrake have all like tape or grip, so it's all preferences, or maybe how they will strap the spare, or how they will I don't know, do something with the pedals. It's always nice to see what the others are doing.
We've had 3 stages already on Friday morning, and it is a Toyota 1, 2, and 3 as we head into the afternoon. The sun is out, blue skies, and we're already underway. Seb Ogier this morning described Kalle Rovanperä as the man of the moment earlier after a storming morning from Kalle.
4.5 seconds quicker than Ogier.
Wow. Great start to the afternoon for Rovanperä. That pushes his advantage now over 20 seconds. Okay, let's have a look at Oitanak then, who after 3 stages is in 7th position overall. He's 3.6 seconds behind Taka Katsuta.
For me, they've gone in the right direction with that car. The tyre is obviously coming on, so what can they do out on the road sections to try and now get it to where they want it to be?
Now, in terms of the overall classification, Sami Pyri's in 5th position. He's in a great battle with Adrian Formeau coming into the afternoon. Chen, you remember, it was only 0.2 of a second between them.
Yeah, at the moment, he's only 0.4 of a second quicker at 12.5 kilometres relative to Adrian Formeau. So that battle's still raging on, isn't it?
Certainly looking good for Pyri right now. Ogier with a fantastic day out there. He is faster than Elvin in this stage by 1.9 up at 10Ks.
Been a brilliant day for Sebastian Ogier. You know, he's just jumped into that Toyota in very, very difficult conditions. I know, yes, Kalle Rovanperä has outpaced him, but there's been nobody else that's done that. I think Seb and Vincent Londe can be very happy with the work they have done.
Now, we are on board with Gregoire Munster. It's been a bit of a mixed day, hasn't it? Because we saw some good stuff this morning, then they changed some settings in service, and he feels it's gone in the wrong direction now. So a little bit of a difficult afternoon, but it sounds like him and Josh are kind of, coming together, camaraderie on the road sections to try and make things a little bit better setup-wise, coming up with ideas.
Yeah, I mean, I think when you're in the position that M Sport are in at the moment, it makes total sense for them to work together.
There's no getting away from it. It's not been the best of days out there for Thierry, for Oit, and this afternoon now for Adrian Formeau. But we're really watching the difference between him and Oitanak, and Oit is now 1.2 slower at 10Ks. Could we see a position change between the Hyundai drivers here? We're watching Kalle Rovanperä then. You can see the stage wins. If he gets another, that would be the full consortium of stage wins for the day. And the last time he did that would have been Kenya last year.
Kalle has just been spectacular today. He's been able to just find an extra tenth, an extra couple of tenths here and there, isn't he?
Near perfection from Kalle Rovanperä. His lead over second place Sebastian Ogier at the end of the day, 26.8 seconds. Elvin Evans still third, and with Sami Pyri and Takamoto Katsuta going ahead of Adrian Formeau, it's now a Toyota lockout of the top 5. That's what it means to get an autograph and a selfie with an 8-time world champion. Just imagine if she gets to meet the man who's just completed a clean sweep of the day's stages.
Yeah, super good day. I have to be happy after a day like this. We finally found everything what we needed. Of course, it's always frustrating when you don't have good results. You know the pace is there, but you just don't find it with the car or the tires, whatever. So at least now we have the right window and we are in our own pace.
Kalle is also in demand at the service park. 6 of the very best for the Finn. Can he continue his unbeaten run in Saturday stages? We shall see shortly. Kalle Rovanperä is the first of 5 Toyotas at the top of the leaderboard going into Saturday stages at Rally Islas Canares. The Japanese manufacturer have their setup right so far, but there are some clouds over the spectacular scenery of Gran Canaria, so could a change in conditions let the Hyundais back into the frame? Another 2 loops of 3 stages make up today's action, with the added bonus of the short super special around the streets of Las Palmas to end the day. It all adds up to 124 competitive kilometres.
Hola and welcome, one and all. The sinuous asphalt stages of the Rally Islas Canares has been a long-time feature at European level and has a reputation for its constant cornering and changeable tarmac. First up on Saturday is the day's longest test, Moya Gouda. Josh McAleen, a difficult one for him yesterday, wasn't it? But I mean, the whole year is about learning.
It's difficult for Josh and Gregoire, amongst others in the service park. The teams are having to work very, very hard to try and find the sweet spot in setup to make the tyre work. Gregoire and Josh took very, very different setups. One went very soft, one went completely stiff, and you would assume that one of them's going to work, and neither did. Yesterday, Adrian Fourmeau was really quick in the morning, and he made some changes in midday service to try and find even more grip. Maybe going a little bit softer, or the changes that they made, and with the temperatures going higher, caused the tyre to overheat. Doesn't look too bad for Adrian, does it? I suspect he'll have gone back to the settings that he had yesterday morning and is working with that.
That's our rally leader, Kalle Rovanperä. Great to see him back in action.
What every single rally fan, motorsport fan, can appreciate is what he's able to do in the car at the moment. It was a strangely subdued start to the year for Kalle. Well, boy, is he back with a bang.
This was the worst stage of the weekend we have done so far, so quite happy with the time. I don't know, I have some issue with downshifting on the car. It's not working always, so I just didn't have a good flow at all. So in that sense, it's quite okay.
Lewis Moyer alongside me as a guest commentator right now. Elfyn Evans, Lewis, has got off to a brilliant start this season. Championship leader. Some great results under his belt. He's in third position here.
And he almost won a championship a couple of years back.
Yeah.
And I think you have to consider him probably the favourite this year for the championship.
Right now, though, in terms of his battle with Sébastien Ogier, it's 15 and a half seconds that has grown out to. Ogier's had a good start to the morning.
Elfyn, how was this one? Because I'm hearing there's a real split in surface changes.
Yeah, definitely very different between the start and the end. The start is very aggressive. Hard to know how much to push on the tyre there, but yeah, at the end here it's a bit tricky also.
The work never ends, even between stages. Reviewing recce videos of the upcoming tests. Making sure the windscreen is spotless. Keep your mind on the job.
Rally is in a way quite brutal sport. Like, we can be doing really well now, but even a small mistake, even a puncture can ruin your whole rally. So it's better not to get ahead of things and just concentrate what you're doing. And after Sunday, after last power stage, we know what's the result. So just focus on your job.
Sami Pyri and Taka Katsuta, there's not much between them.
Sammy coming back to Taka. Taka was really tidy through this final part of the stage.
Sammy's having a really good run here. Ahead of Takamoto Katsuta overall now by 9.1 seconds. As we pick up Sébastien Ogier now. Second position overall for Seb on this final stage of the morning.
Seb's dropped right back, Bex. In that 3 kilometres, he's gone from 2/10 up on Taka to 1.1 down.
For me in this one, I was happy with the car, but just not enough commitment. This very fast section with massive drop on the side. Maybe a little bit too hard for that one.
The drops off to the side are absolutely massive.
Meanwhile, this man, Kalle Rovanperä, just continuing to extend his lead. Is 4.5 seconds up on Takamoto Katsuta.
When Rovanperä is feeling comfortable, when he's feeling happy, and he's completely in the zone, which he is right now. He's really hard to beat, and pushing that lead up now to over 30 seconds.
Calais' lead, to be precise, now 36.9 seconds. The top 5 Toyotas remain the same. Adrian Fourmeau, again the leading Hyundai, in 6th, but he's over a minute and 30 seconds off the top spot. Gregoire Munster is the leading Ford in 9th. Talk of tyre choice, always a hot topic, on stage and in service. This is the first full tarmac outing for WRC tyre supplier Hankook. So let's take a closer look at what makes these cars stick to the surface.
Starting here with our prime tire, this is the Hankook Ventus Z215 in the hard compound, and then moving down the line here, this is our option tire. So it's the same Z215 Ventus as the prime, except that it is now in a softer compound. So if the weather is a little bit cooler, or some of the stages where we see expecting very smooth surface conditions, this is the tire that would be optimal for that. And not sure how the forecast is looking, but there's a possibility of some wet conditions, and so in that case, we've brought our Z210 Ventus wet tire here as well. Even the hard tire, if you touch it, you can see it's very, very soft. It just feels like it's ready to give lots of grip. The soft even more so. It feels really like a sticky eraser. And the wet tire, I wouldn't say it's necessarily softer than our tarmac soft, but it's designed completely different to work in wet conditions. So all of the ingredients and the pattern to have better water evacuation as well. They have a total allocation of 58 tires. From the 58 tires, as I mentioned before, the tarmac hard is the prime. They'll have a choice to use up to 28. They'll also have up to 18 option tires, which is the tarmac soft. And then again, in the case of bad weather, they'll have up to 12 tires in the wet specification. But throughout the entire rally, they are limited to a total of 28. So from there, they can choose, and that's where the interesting strategy is going to come into play.
So it's now over to the drivers and technical crews to find the right setup or window to get the very best out of the rubber. We've heard how Hyundai have struggled to find the right balance, while Toyota and Calais Rovanpera have apparently got it near perfect.
You have different grip in different stages with different kind of what we name tarmac, so some are more aggressive than some other part of the stages. Between the grip, the temperature of the ground, and you need to define which temperature to start to be able to finish more or less every time on the same window and not overheat the tire. It's the biggest point of this weekend was to understand